A bivvy is a tool. Just like any tool, a bivvy has a place and a time to use it. With a bivvy being a tool and there being a right time and a right place to use it, that is true with most pieces of gear. But when it comes to a bivvy, it's especially true, as these are very polarizing in terms of use. They can be amazing in certain situations or absolutely terrible in others. Bivvy sack, also known as bivouac sack, these were invented to serve climbers who wanted and needed ultralight emergency protection for their sleep systems when they were out for an ascent. Originally, bivvy sacks were nothing more than a nylon shell that was essentially waterproof, but it really offered nothing more than that. It was quick protection from a quick rain or snow event that allowed you to essentially make camp anywhere, in places that you couldn't even imagine doing so, that were impossible with a tent. Since their creation, bivvies have evolved. The technology has changed, and people are using them for all sorts of reasons, including military forces all around the world. Think of a bivvy as a single-walled tent, because that is what they are.
Hi, I'm Jesse Anderson, Product Manager for Slumberjack, and today I'd like to talk about the Illusion 1. It's a waterproof, breathable bivvy design that features polyester taffeta fabric for the floor and main body, polyester no-seam mesh, and fiberglass poles, and fit into grommets at the end of each self-fabric hoop tunnel. The bivvy has a large opening with dual sliders to help with venting options. And the centerline tensioning system helps stabilize the tent in inclement weather. The Illusion 1 packs down small, 2 pounds 15 ounces, leaves extra room in your pack for other gear and essentials, and at a 90-inch internal length and a 40-inch width, it'll sleep a pretty big hunter comfortably. It's available in Kryptek Highlander and Slumberjack DST.
Are you looking for a way to upgrade your survival and emergency equipment? Well, then you need to check out the Life Bivvy from Go Time Gear. A bivvy bag is a sleeping bag-like survival shelter, but it doesn't have any of the lofting insulation. It's simply the external bag. The benefit of a bivvy sack is they're extremely lightweight, they're convenient, they're wind and waterproof. You can carry them just about anywhere because of their small size. Bivvy bags are great for emergency situations because they repel the wind, the rain, snow. They reflect back your body heat and give you the shelter that you need to survive. You can see the Life Bivvy from Go Time Gear comes in an extremely compact bag. The pack and the bivvy bag only weigh 4.1 ounces. That's about the same as a pack of Jell-O. Would you be willing to carry 4.1 ounces if it could save your life? You can see that the bivvy bag comes with a nice long drawstring cord that's made out of paracord, and it has a barrel clasp so that you can easily open and will keep your contents contained in the little pouch. The cord comes with an emergency whistle of 120 decibels, which would allow rescuers to hear if you were signaling for emergency help.
The Survival Shack, however, is an emergency item. If you're very cold and about to experience hypothermia, this emergency tent will keep you warm and protect you. It may not be as fancy as the Sundome tent, but in an emergency, it will keep you warm and snug. In the same vein, the Survival Sleeping Bag by Survival Frog will keep you warm by retaining your body heat. Casualties during a natural disaster may be suffering from shock. Lying down in an emergency sleeping bag will make them feel better. Unlike a normal sleeping bag which is nice and comfy, the tacked bivvy is not that comfortable. But it doesn't need to be. It's good enough for you to lie in and it will warm you up during an emergency, and that's what you really need. Constructed with a thermal reactive material known as Heat Echo, this very lightweight sleeping bag weighs only 4.8 ounces. You can easily roll it up and stuff it in your bug-out bag. It barely takes up space and weighs very little. Despite its thin, lightweight nature, the tacked bivvy sleeping bag is very durable and tear-resistant. The icing on the cake is that it's waterproof and windproof. So, you'll be dry and warm even in cold climates. The seams are reinforced to prevent the cold weather from creeping into the bag. While you should always keep a couple of Mylar blankets in your bug-out bag, during an emergency, it's much easier to quickly slip into this emergency sleeping bag. Time is of the essence when you're freezing your butt off. Nobody has time to unwrap blankets. Just slide into the sleeping bag and thaw yourself. The product has a 6-month guarantee for you to try it out. If you're not satisfied, you can always return it and get a refund. Survival Frog is an established name in the survival industry, and they're willing to make this a risk-free purchase for you. That probably means the product is excellent and they know that you'll be very satisfied with it. As a prepper, sometimes it may feel like there's just so many items that you need to get. It can even be intimidating. Thankfully, this emergency sleeping bag is very affordable. You do not need to buy a ton of them.
The S.O.L Escape Bivvy is a revolution in backcountry emergency bivvies. As the most fully featured shelter in the lineup, the Escape Bivvy offers body heat reflectivity, high water resistance, full wind blockage, and drumroll please, breathability. The Escape lets your body's condensation escape through micropores in the fabric. So for the first time in an emergency shelter, you stay warm and dry. No more cold mornings waking up wet inside your bivvy. When the weather turns bad, the waterproof seams keep moisture outside, and the bivvy seals up entirely to keep the elements out. Just zip up the quarter-length side zip and cinch the hood closure tight to wait out any storm. Use the Escape Bivvy on its own as part of an ultralight sleep system, or put it over your down bag to boost its temperature rating. During the Adventure Racing World Championships in Tasmania, I spent 6 wet and cold days in the backcountry, and the Escape was all my teammates and I needed. The time for compromise is over, my friends. The Escape Bivvy ushers in a new paradigm in backcountry emergency shelters. Versatile, durable, heat reflective, and breathable.